Welcome to Swish, vintage finds for your sassy self. We hope you enjoy the videos and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
So here we are at this really cool vintage store in Edmonton, and we're gonna go have a look inside and see who we can find.
Hi, come on in. I'm Angela and I am the shop owner. Welcome.
Could you describe your personal style for us?
My personal style. I think it's pretty cash. I think that it's changed a lot in the last few years, but for sure since COVID, I'm very much a jean, blazer, comfort kind of a person. I love color and scarves.
Who's your favorite designer?
Favorite designer. There's so many. I would say Thierry Mugler, and I love Paco Rabanne.
If you could raid anyone's closet, whose would it be?
Do you know, I do like Diane Keaton's stuff. Not the way that she necessarily puts it all together with the hat and the gloves and everything, but I do like a lot of her individual pieces, and I love that she introduced vests and suits for women.
Who's your first fashion influence?
Oh, I would have to say my Auntie Chris. She was a stewardess back in the day when they were still called stewardesses, and I just thought she was the bomb.
What would you tell your younger self about fashion?
Oh, what I wouldn't tell my younger self. I would tell my younger self to just embrace it. And, you know, there is that adage that says youth is wasted on the young. And that's so true, because when I look back when I was young and I wouldn't wear certain things because I thought, oh, this is too this, or this is, we all have body parts we have issues about. And I would just say, rock whatever you want to rock and wear whatever you want to wear, and don't worry about what anybody says, because soon enough you're 60. Almost 60.
How has your style evolved or changed over the years?
I think I care less about maybe what other people think, so I probably am way more confident than I used to be, and I probably buy a little bit more expensive pieces just because I'm able to. I started out buying for sure only vintage. You know, I still only buy secondhand and vintage, but I buy a little bit more designer brands. Yeah, that's what I think is the difference.
What's your favorite fashion trend?
Ooh, fashion trend favorite. I think probably the obvious, which would be I love that secondhand is so on trend and has been for the last few years. So buying secondhand, upcycling, that whole repurposing of clothing, that is for sure my favorite. And I'm going to say two-part, that anything goes, that there's no such thing anymore as this length of skirt or that length of skirt, that you could wear anything and everything, and it's always, you know, just how you rock your style.
So to the opposite, what's your least favorite fashion trend?
Least favorite fashion trend. I think being too stuck in a trend is my least favorite trend. I think that you can embrace all kinds of genres and all kinds of fashion and still be true to yourself. But I think if you just think you can only wear punk or only sort of stick to a certain look, I think that's a bit limiting, but that's just me.
So this next question has two parts. Are you big on jewelry? And what's your favorite piece of jewelry?
Let me see. I wear my wedding rings, of course, all the time. I love this ring. I wear this all the time. I had it in the store for many years and nobody bought it. It's made in Montreal. And as soon as I decided to heck with everybody, I'm going to keep it for myself, then of course I could have sold it 50 times over. And then I have a couple of necklaces that I go through phases. I love this. I wear this all the time. Oftentimes in the middle of the night, I'm kind of choking and I have to move it around because I sleep with it, I shower with it. And then I also have a really treasured cameo I'm just waiting to get it repaired because it's getting a bit loose in the setting, but I wear that cameo often.
Last question. What is one thing that you are currently coveting for your closet?
I don't think there's any such thing for me, because I'm very much like my grandmother, who was an antique dealer, and I say, "Ah, this is my all-time favorite thing. Look at this, is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen." And then a week later, I'll see something else and go, "Ah, this is the most beautiful, unique thing I've ever seen." So I don't covet anything except of the moment. And nothing in particular.
Hey, well, thanks for asking our burning questions.
Answering.
No.
No, that's perfect. I love that. You're welcome. I'm happy to answer, and I'm so glad that you stopped in and that you came for a visit, and my pleasure.